With the EU in question, joining us now is former UK Member of Parliament, George Galloway. Thank you so much for being here.
Welcome.
So let me start with this. This isn't the first time that we hear this from the EU forming a potential European army. Now, French President Emmanuel Macron said in a statement that they need to protect themselves from Russia, China, and the United States. But why now?
Well, it's the massed ranks of confusion, actually, because during the EU referendum in Britain in 2016, when we raised the likelihood of a European army being founded, we were told we were making it up. It was a conspiracy theory. And now we have the German and French leadership openly admitting and proselytizing for just such a European army. I suppose, as someone myself who is opposed to both NATO and a European army, I should be pleased about this state of confusion, as the Germans would put it, Schadenfreude. But the clue is in the last part of what you just said. This is another attempt to make a military ramp against Russia. And if we do have a European army, you can be sure it'll be much more active on the Russian front than on any other. And that fills me with a great deal of foreboding. The truth is, nobody is threatening Europe. Nobody is able to threaten Europe. And it's hard to see, therefore, exactly what the point of a trading bloc developing an army might possibly be.
Well, and here's the issue as well. Not everybody is in line with this. There are some critics who say absolutely not. It's very dangerous, including Sweden, who has come out and voiced their concern. Also, a member of the EU came out and also said this will never happen. Would you see it potentially happen? And if so, what would happen to NATO?
Well, look, it's 100 years since the First World War, and one of the lessons from that is that the more armies you've got, the more mobilization you've got, the more likely you are to step on a tripwire, which leads to confrontation. As the confrontation in question would be against the multiply nuclear-armed Russia, that is filled with portents of danger to me. From our point of view here in Britain, we don't have good experience with European armies. The invading forces of Adolf Hitler crossed Belgium and the Low Countries faster than an Uber could do today, and the French army folded like a cheap tent. So, from my point of view, I'm content to let the British people defend Britain and let the other European countries defend themselves, because I'm only interested in defense, not in offense, which is what I suspect the real motive here is.
And we've seen a lot of growth in movements here in Europe and the European Union. So with people speaking out against this proposal, if it does indeed happen, could we see Germany and France taking care of the cost, really coughing up the bill?
Well, we certainly won't be, because we'll be gone. Trump certainly won't be, so they'll have to. And at a time of recession and mass poverty and immiseration in the European Union, I would have thought they had better things to spend their money on. Macron has already introduced conscription in France. So every young person, unemployed and in the banlieues, will have to sign up to be a soldier in France. Good luck with that. The French Foreign Legion. No thanks.
And yeah, it's interesting. We'll have to see how this plays out. But thank you so much for joining us, George Galloway.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.